Obviously, money is something we all need. It puts a roof over our head, food on the table, clothes on our back, and it doesn't hurt to have a little extra for fun. But for the most part, money does not just fall into our lap. We have to work for it, and some people have to work harder than others. But the good thing about earning money is that you don't have to do all the heavy lifting yourself. We've all likely heard the phrase, work smarter, not harder. And although this phrase has different meanings to different people, and it's often used when discussing ways to work more efficiently, it can also apply if you're trying to hit a financial goal or achieve financial freedom. So today we're looking at several ways to make your money work for you, and this video is brought to you by Credit Sesame, which is a resource that can help you reach many of your goals and become financially stable. And this company is widely known for offering free credit scores, but in addition to that, you can also receive personalized tips and recommendations to improve your credit, which is useful when buying a house, getting your first credit card, renting an apartment, and even when getting insurance rates. In addition, Credit Sesame also has a free online debit account called Sesame Cash, which will reward you with cash when you improve your score, and we'll talk more about them in a moment. So the first way to make your money work for you is to open an online high-yield savings account. Now I have to start by saying, having a savings account in itself is already excellent. And if you're able to have several months worth of living expenses in your account, even better. But if you're like a lot of people, you probably have a regular savings account with your local bank or maybe a local credit union, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I actually recommend having an account with a financial institution near your home. That way you can have quick access to your cash. But while a regular savings account is an excellent place for some of your money, it is not necessarily the best place for all of your money. Or more specifically, it might not be the best place for all of your emergency fund or a sinking funds account. So with all that being said, one of the easiest ways to start making your money work harder for you, something that you could actually start today, is to open a high yield savings account. Now, these are typically with online banks, and the reason why I love these accounts so much is because you can earn a higher rate compared to a regular savings. I once read that the average regular savings has a rate of about 0.06%, but I've yet to see any of these accounts pay more than 0.01%. Online high-yield savings accounts, on the other hand, can sometimes earn 50 to 100 times the national average. Now, currently, many online high-yield savings accounts only earn about 0.50% or 0.60%, which is a little on the low end. However, these rates, they do fluctuate. And 2 years ago, it was not uncommon to find a high-yield savings account earning over 1%, and rates were even higher years ago. But even though these rates are somewhat low across the board, you're still going to do better compared to a regular savings. Another thing you can do is contribute enough to your 401k to get the full employee match. Enrolling in an employer-sponsored 401k is an excellent way to start retirement planning, and since the money is taken directly out of your check, chances are you will not even miss it, so it's really a convenient way to start planning for the future. But it isn't enough to open an account and contribute a percentage of your income. If you really want to make your money work for you, make sure you contribute enough to get the full employee match if your employer offers one. And this is basically free money that's going to step up your retirement planning, so you don't want to miss out on this if possible. Now, these match programs vary, so you'll need to speak with your employer about the specific details, but the main idea is that your employer will match your 401k contributions up to a certain percent. This might include a dollar for dollar match up to 3% or 4%, or maybe a 50% match up to 6%. Either way, this is money that you do not want to walk away from. So if your employer currently offers a dollar for dollar match up to 4% and you're currently only contributing 2%, see if you can step that up over the next couple of years so you can take full advantage of the program. Maybe increase your contribution by 1% every year until you're at 4%. Another thing you can do is choose a Roth IRA. Now, if a 401k is not an option at your job, or maybe you've maxed out those contributions contributions, but you want to continue saving for retirement, another thing you can do is open an individual retirement account on your own, also called an IRA. And if you choose to do this, I do encourage you to start as soon as possible. Now, any IRA is better than none, especially if you don't have another retirement plan. However, keep in mind that these accounts are not one size fits all, and the two most common will be your Roth IRA and a traditional IRA. And since we're talking about making your money work for you, if you have to choose one, seriously consider a Roth, because contributions made to this account grow tax-free, meaning you're able to enjoy tax-free withdrawals in retirement. And this is because Roth contributions aren't tax deductible. And since Roth contributions are made with after-tax dollars, this account is also ideal if you think you'll be in a higher tax bracket when you retire. So you can pay taxes now at a lower rate and then withdraw the money tax-free when you're in a higher tax bracket. Now, this isn't to say that a traditional IRA is not worth your time, because that is an option too. But one thing to keep in mind is that contributions made into a traditional IRA, they are deductible in the year that you make them, and the money will grow tax deferred, meaning that you will pay taxes on these funds when you withdraw them in retirement. Another easy way to make your money work for you is to use a rewards card when buying everyday items. And these can include gas, food, eating out, even paying some of your bills. And the amazing thing about a rewards card is that you're able to get back some of what you spend, either as cash back, points, or miles. And trust me, the rewards, they do add up, and they can result in a lot of discounts and freebies. Now, when I say use a rewards card, I am not necessarily talking about a credit card. That is an option, but everyone has their own preference. Some people prefer to use debit, others don't trust themselves with a credit card. And if that is the case, Credit Sesame's free online debit account is an option, because when you pay for items with your Sesame Cash card, you can get instant cash back on qualifying purchases, and it's the only debit account that rewards you with cash when you improve your credit score. This is a huge perk if you're also looking to improve your rating, because the money you already have in your account and the daily debit purchases you make can now build your credit history. So you're able to receive the credit building benefits of a credit card while using a debit card, and that's without a credit check, fees, or interest. So if you are interested, I will include a link below so you can sign up for a free Credit Sesame account and start using Sesame Cash. Another thing you can do is open a brokerage account. When it comes to preparing for the future, some people will enroll in a 401k and open an IRA, but then they kind of stop there. However, if you are able to, it is so important to also consider investing outside of your retirement account. And I know that when some people think about investing this way, they automatically think about picking individual stocks, which can be intimidating. But keep in mind, stock picking is not the only way to invest. If you're a beginner, you can start investing today by opening a brokerage account, funding this account, and then buying index funds, mutual funds, ETFs, and other types of investments. And if you're just starting out, you might even consider using a robo-advisor that will invest on your behalf. These use algorithms to build a portfolio for you based on your goals. The best part is that you're able to start small and you can automate. So once you make your initial deposit into the account, you might set up $50 reoccurring transfers every month or whatever you can afford, and then increase your contribution as your income increases. And just to illustrate the added benefit of investing outside of your retirement account, let's say you started an ETF with $1,000 and you only made $50 monthly contributions. At 8%, you would have more than $37,000 in your investment account after 25 years, yet your total contribution was only $12,400. And lastly, another way you can make your money work harder for you is to find a passive income stream. Now, I realize that not everyone wants to start a side hustle, but if this idea has crossed your mind in the past, or maybe you've never considered it, now might be the time to really think about this. Because starting a side hustle, especially one where you're able to earn passive income, could potentially be the start of a different life. It could possibly be the beginning of having more money to enjoy more experiences, or more money to reach your goals, and even more time freedom. And to be clear, passive income doesn't mean that you don't work. However, in most cases, you're no longer trading time for money. And because the work you do now will continue to make money for the foreseeable future, passive income also means that you're able to make money with little effort. And once you get to this point, you can literally make money 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter if you're asleep, on vacation, at the park with your kids, your side hustle will continue to generate income. So this is something to at least consider, and options can include blogging, affiliate marketing, YouTube, real estate investing, Airbnb, renting out your car, renting out your swimming pool, even renting out your spare space. There are so many options. So get creative and think about common problems that a lot of people have and ways that you can possibly solve those problems and maybe turn that into a side hustle. So that's all that I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing. I talk a lot about money topics. So if you like videos like this, I do post every weekend and sometimes during the week. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in a few days.